Here's the game. Due to 11Q, so the 2-stone handicap. I go first. I get these 2 stones, and he has no komi. So let's approach his corner, since he played a 3-4. And, well, we'll approach that corner too, and see how it goes from here. He kicks the stone, and he takes a normal back off, so I will too. I guess I've got high stones here, so I'm going to play high. And he looks to undercut, so that's interesting. Let's first block in this direction, and then if he extends up, I'll hane on top. So he didn't. He just branched out, and makes sense. And then, he didn't respond over here. He responded, he ataried over on this side. I mean, he approached over on this side. So I'm going to defend the corner. I think he has to come back and play something over here if he wants to save these stones. And I guess he doesn't agree. Yeah, let's go on top then. And, okay. And like I said, when he extends up, I was going to hane on top like that. Okay, so he hane's back. Can I hane again? He cuts. I connect. Yeah, this stone has friends over here. I think I can do the double hane here. Then what should I do? Come back and connect. This cut here will force me to connect. Let's just connect solidly. Okay, so let's jump out with these stones, cap these stones, play over here maybe. I mean, I think these stones are all alive and pretty healthy, and maybe I should look to what I can do in this corner. And then let's play a big extension over here, keep him from coming in. Yeah, he came in the middle, so let's protect my corner and maybe pressure that stone. And okay, let's see, how do we stand on corners? If he takes this corner, he has this corner and I have this corner, and this is split. Let's defend the corner once here. And then come out. So we have 2 split corners, and 1 corner I own and 1 corner he owns. So it's a pretty even result. And then I'm coming out on top here and surrounding this stone. And let's jump out on this side too. He doesn't agree that I'm surrounded that stone. What does this mean? Well, I keep jumping out. And then cap this stone. I'm wondering if I should try and connect underneath over here first, but I think I will do that now. I'm going to let him have more of the corner just to make sure I get these stones connected over here so he can hane here. Okay, and he's trying to surround. You know, he's building something big on this side, isn't he? He is. Okay, so let's poke at that connection and play a 2-space jump over here. And let's see how this goes. Thinking these stones don't have a lot of room to run, but they can come out in this direction. And if I do that all right, then this is a reduction of what he was trying to do over on this side. Like here, I'll threaten to connect up here and see if he wants to stop me, split me apart, and he's capturing that stone, I'm pretty sure. He's poking at this connection, but I have another way to connect over here, so he's just actually strengthening his corner there. So let's cap, and then let's connect over here and here. so I was expecting that. I want to secure this connection first. Then maybe come back and respond over here. I don't want these stones getting cut off. And then connect here. So these stones are all connected up. Let's see. They don't have any eyes though, do they? Let's poke at this group here. And let's extend. So he's giving me a lot of center here. And I can threaten to connect up with this group over here. That's maybe useful to strengthen this group and gain time to build something with this group. And he's going to play some moves to keep me split apart. But as long as I'm alive here, let's make sure this group is alive. I need to be alive on both sides. That's my plan. So I'm going to extend upwards and Hane on top if he doesn't answer. So he answers. Then I'm going to leave this group. I think it's pretty strong now, and I'm going to jump out over here. And he caps me on this side. That makes sense. Let's move it diagonally. Play diagonally here. I want to make sure I've got some decent amount of territory here. And let's just protect like this. Now he is trying to creep in. Let's block and let him cover. Now I was thinking I could give that stone up and branch out from these stones here to make sure he doesn't get anything big. But I think I have this move later anyway. If he jumps here, I can attach. So let's just connect solidly and make sure I'm alive here. Connect solidly, and then jump out here. Making sure he doesn't get any territory in the center here. And this is, I think, looking good for me. Okay, we can Hane here. And he can double Hane. Okay. Let's do what I can to block this. Okay, so where should I go? Can stop him from encroaching over here. I can branch out over here. He didn't respond, but he did, that move in the corner was a big territorial move. Okay, so let's cover here. And he's going to the end game, and he's getting all the end game moves here on the side. So he's alive here. See, I can play an end game move myself. But I'm wondering if I really should. I mean, I am thinking that branching out over here might be good too. Okay, he peeps there. I will block that. And connect. And then, so he's taking advantage of that move. Maybe that was a little too simple. Let's block here. And let's turn here and maybe threaten a cut. So let's see, can I do something here? I extend here, these are down to 2 liberties. He blocks, and then this stone here, he is actually an Atari here, but he can capture. So I play the wedge first, and he extends. I think maybe just the Hane here to secure more space in the corner is a pretty big move. And just connect. There's a Hane in this corner at Q2. There's the extension over here at S10. Okay, so he's capturing that stone. I think this group is alive. Anyway, here, let's peep at that connection, but let him take that stone if he wants to. So he blocks like that, okay. And then, yeah, so now let's do the Hane over here. Let's see what I can squeeze out of this corner over here. I wonder if I can do a double Hane. He blocks. No, does not work here. I can extend here, see if he wants to connect, and just secure that connection like that. Okay, so let's connect over here. Yeah, I'm just doing what I can to reduce that size. He did keep, reduce that side a bit. He did keep that stone cut off. Let's see if he wants to block that or cut. He does want to block, and I have a cut here, so he has to play another move. So that's with tempo. So I can extend here, try and enlarge this group, extend here, or Hane here, here, here. I guess I like this one the best. And just connect up. Block here. Okay, I can Hane here. And connect. And this still doesn't seem to do anything because wherever he plays, he puts that stone in Atari. I mean, I get a couple of free moves there, but it does not seem to generate a whole lot for me. I'm going to connect over here next, I guess. Okay, let's make sure these guys are safe. So I should, I guess, be counting up territory here. If I block here, can he cut? No. So where is his territory? It's a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 patches, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 6 little patches of territory, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But my territorial moves here look pretty good to me. Let's poke in here to reduce that. And there's this move, which threatens a cut. So that's a tempo move, a sente move, since playing here or here is a double Atari. So, yep, so he protected. Let's go here, maybe try and threaten to cut those stones off. And let's see, make a bamboo joint there, connection. Ah, so he's getting into this area here. Yeah, he's poking at these stones. Yeah, I guess that connection there was not a move that came with tempo. He could have just captured that stone. I'm not sure why he played there. But anyway, my goal here is to make sure I'm alive. So is this cut dangerous? Cut's there, then maybe he has that move. So let's protect the cut. Cut here followed by the squeeze on this stone would have been dangerous. I connect and I'm out of liberties. A shortage of liberties. So let's get a bamboo joint here, and we should have a big enough space to live in over here. Looks good. This cut here I capture. This one here I connect. The wedge. He did play that. Okay. It does give him a tempo move. Maybe he can try and destroy this territory. But I don't think so. So I'll just play here. Go here, he extends. I connect. He's still in Atari. He comes here, I capture him. So I can play there. So I have to connect here. If I just connect this way, he captures these 3 stones. But the point is, these 2 stones are still in Atari. And when I capture them, I get that second eye. 1 eye, 2 eyes. Should be alive. He forces me to capture. And what can he do with those stones? He can make a shape with 1 eye. So if he goes here and here, he has 1 eye. And I'll play there and kill it. So whenever he takes away my last liberty here, I have to remember to kill that stone. Okay, let's make sure I don't run out of time here. Let's Hane over here. So those stones are dead. They're not going anywhere. And then let's connect up over here. And let's see if I can cut this up. So this push here is a forcing move because it will cut these stones off. So he has to connect. And then let's just block here. He'll probably come back and connect there anyway. And push through here. Yeah, I can connect over here. There's also over here maybe 1 or 2 points I could try and get. And yeah, if I go there, he would come on top. Oh, yeah, with this stone, now I can push him there. So he plays there. Let's see, I can push in here. Connect. Block here. And let's see, I can push here. Yeah, he needed to connect. So I'm just going to connect solidly. Yeah, he gets that one. So we're getting near the end here. What can I do over here? This is a Sente move. He's got to connect here. Yeah, this is almost something I could exploit. I don't quite see it here. I'll attack that stone. Cut these guys apart. I guess that was a Dame move. So I think we're done here. Let's see, where did he play? He just played there, yeah. So that was probably a Dame point. So I will pass here, and we will add up the points and see how I did. It was an interesting game against a 11Q player. Aha! So he won by six points. So I got those. He got that one. These are Dame points. Oh, there was 1 point here, but he won by 6 points here. That's interesting. So I was not doing as well as I thought. If we look at these areas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 5 areas, and he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas. But maybe they were a little bigger than I estimated. Let's look at this. Territory 67, prisoners 1, and my territory is 57. So he actually had 10 more points on the board than I did. So I guess this is a game that shows how I need to learn how to count better. The rough approximations I did not work for me. It gets harder to count when there's lots of small areas like this. Anyway, good game. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you later. Bye. I decided to check this game out with Go Review partner and Leela, so I thought I would share some of the things I found with you. From the beginning, I have the black pieces here. I was I had the advantage of the 2 extra stones. Actually, Leela kind of starts off at about 50-50 anyway, but it gives me an advantage up through the early part of the game. And, well, here's an interesting moment. The White had just pushed through here and I blocked, and that was definitely the right move. I'm not just blocking, but I'm connecting these groups, connecting these stones to these stones. I briefly thought about whether I should try and save the corner, but looking at it now, I can see that if I save the corner, White can split me apart here, and then I'll have 2 groups that I have to defend, and neither of them are alive as yet, and maybe this one could get killed because it's pretty well surrounded. So first of all, I just wanted to point out I actually played the correct move. That was the recommended move of Leela at this point. And then a move later, this was not the best follow-up though. It's interesting. I was worried about protecting this cutting point because I still wanted to make sure these groups didn't get split apart. But Leela plays a more aggressive move here. It's very interesting. Leela jumps in here, and it surrounds the stone. This actually is a point I wanted to mention. I think one of the things that went wrong for me in this game is I wasn't noticing all of the weaknesses in my opponent's shape. But if you look, he only has 3 stones here, which is not a lot. They are partly surrounded, and this is a 3-space jump here, so there's always this gap in the middle when you've got a 3-space jump. So placing a stone there looks like a pretty strong move, and probably doesn't give White time to play something like a cut here. Although this would turn into a fight, it seems like that's a fight that's in my favor. So that's how I should have played there. That would have been the most accurate move. But even after this move, it's keeping everything connected, and I still have a lead in the game, at least according to Leela. In terms of winning percentage, Leela does not give estimates of territory. It just gives estimate of winning territory. So it likes Black in this position. Gives estimates of winning the game, I mean. So let's go forward to the next critical point here. Somewhere around here, around move 120, the percentages start to decline. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, I played kind of a small move here at 120. It's already kind of gone into the end game. If I back up a few moves, you can see that White is taking the corner here and playing kind of typical end game moves to expand as much as possible, and expanding here. And then I was just trying to fight back a little bit, make sure this border is settled in my favor. But instead of that move, Leela has a suggestion for a cut over here. And this is the second time where there's actually kind of a weakness in my opponent's shape that I didn't recognize. So that first weakness was over here. That's all been taken care of now. But there's still a weakness over here. There's this cutting point, and these stones are a bit far off. So if I cut here and the White protects, then I can extend, and then I can cut here. These stones actually cannot connect up to White's territory over here, and I can actually capture those stones. So that's a pretty big move. And if he tries to save these stones, maybe he can do that, but then I can grab this stone over here, and that also gives me some inroads into White's territory. So either way, that looks like that's a good move for White to play that, for Black to play that cut. And I had the opportunity here at move 120 and also move 122. I could also have played the cut. Instead, I played this kind of interesting move here, which is actually not too bad, but I think that cut still would have been stronger at that point. So somehow around here, my advantage kind of slips away, and after about 10 more moves, it switches to the point where Leela starts to prefer White. So I've had the edge up to this point, and then one of the moves where it changes is right here. So Leela had a very interesting idea, a way to improve my outcome in this area. It is kind of tricky to figure out, how much space does White have here and how much space does Black have. White has, ways to encroach. Well, if we back up one move so I can have a White stone, White has ways to encroach here into this area, or push through here, and also has ways of encroaching here. And so I was just trying to seal White off with this turn, keep it at least out of this area, and hopefully solidly connect to this side too. This is okay, but but Leela likes this move better, the wedge here. And it's a little bit hard to read out, so I don't know if I necessarily should have found this move, but it is interesting. It's kind of pointing up some weaknesses in this group. There's not two clear eyes here. It takes a couple of moves, in other words, for white to form two eyes. I think there's space for the eyes, but they're not there yet. And so this kind of aggressive move pointing at this area, if white defends, which was one of the options, then I can kind of seal white in like this, and then I can come back and play this cut over here that we talked about earlier. Now there are other options here. After this wedge, white can also extend out in this direction, and well, this kind of turns into a big mess. I can extend into this direction and try and embarrass this group, and he can try and eat up all my territory, and so that would also turn into a big fight. But I guess what I wanted to point out is that I just made that turn without really thinking if I could extend any further. I did notice there were weaknesses here and here, but I never really found a way to exploit them, at least not directly. It's possible that this move here is also kind of looking at those weaknesses. But again, I can't find any kind of definitive way to get to these stones. Like if white just defends here, I can't quite cut white off. Maybe I can. Let's see. That push. After the push, white has to play like this. Maybe I could cut like this. Yeah, okay. So there is some weaknesses there. So I guess that's why white would respond this way, make it harder for me to try and attack those stones. Anyway, some interesting play there that I didn't take advantage of. And after this, the game shifts towards white, and white has the edge. But there was one last chance out at move 174 where I could have equalized. And you notice that this area over here has still got some weaknesses, and that's what Leela is pointing out. So we play forward a few moves. Let's see, white was just grabbing a little extra space in the corner with that Hane. I block, and white connects, and now I have Sente, and I come back and I push over here, and this was a good move, and white blocks. And now the follow-up is once again this cut, and this is a nice idea. If white connects over here, say like that, then I can grab this stone, and this is enough to get me equality, or equal chances, at least according to Leela. So I guess it's a pretty close game at this point. And then if I, after the cut, if he just defends here, then I can Atari these three stones, and they have nowhere to run to. If they connect, then I can capture them. And that's all because, if we back up a move, it's all because of this stone. So it's when I started with this push over here and white blocked, that's when this weakness occurred. So now is exactly the moment when I can play this cut with the threat of the Atari and the capture of those 3 or 4 stones there. So that was my last chance, and then after that I just solidly connected, and the game proceeded as you saw, and white won by around 10 points, as I recall. So it's interesting. I guess the other interesting point is that I didn't have a clear idea that white was in the lead. I thought it was a close game, or maybe I was slightly ahead, because I had the memory of gaining a lot of points in the center, but in fact white had managed to eat up a lot of my points in the center, and overall white has more territory. So I do need to learn to count better. That would maybe provide me some motivation for looking for those weaknesses. But also the larger point is maybe that looking for my opponent's weaknesses is something I need to do more throughout the game, whether I'm ahead or behind. If I can spot those weaknesses and exploit them, then that is what is going to keep me in the lead, or possibly turn the game around when I'm behind. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you later.